right, we are recording. We got everything rolling here, looks like. So we are going to start things off in 3, 2, 1.
I take a drink, every now and then I'll have a drink, and I will smoke a little weed. I'll do some toot now. I'll do a little toot. If somebody give it to me, offers it to me, I mean, it sounds polite if you don't. So I do a little toot, somebody offers it to me.
Hi, I lost my little dog. Can you help me find him?
This is the Morning Stream with Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett. Big ol' freaking dirt blanket.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It is Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hello, Brian.
Hello. I'm curious as to which one of us Fletcher is calling a big old freaking dirt blanket.
I don't know. Yeah.
He says both of our names, but then he's like, it doesn't do plural. So he's not talking about both of us being big old freaking dirt blankets.
Well, yeah, and to his, I don't know if it's to his credit, but to, just for clarity, I think it's been years, but I think I took 2 clips and mushed them together.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't think he even said it in the same sitting. So yeah, what we could do, we could take a lot of stuff he says out of context and then claim he claims a certain thing and then get in big trouble with him.
That. Yes. Well, I mean, we clearly can use AI to simulate as much of Fletcher as we need to, right?
That's true. That's true. But I won't do that because they sent a very nice letter to us this week, and I don't want to besmirch the memory of that letter. So. Let us move forward. So yesterday we had no show, and it was funny because I went back and put a whole thing at the top that said, "Hey, there's no show Tuesday."
Yeah, that's not enough for people.
Yeah, it's not. Turns out, whole load of them showed up anyway, and I feel a little bad because we weren't great about letting people know during the show.
We weren't. We did kind of screw up. Yeah. But then we would have had a whole bunch of show titles that were "No Show Tomorrow" title.
Yeah, nobody wants to sift through those. I don't want to do that.
No.
It's boring.
But yes, you're right. Yeah, and everybody's fine. I had an SEO class, and now I know how to win Google. I can now win Google, and
Google's a moving target too. You have to update that class once in a while. Yeah,
exactly. And this is a class that really is talking about what Google's introducing for 2024. But it's already in place, but they're making changing their standards for something called EEAT or EEAT or EAT.
I like that. What does that stand? What does that stand for?
I can't remember what it stands for. Let me pull it up here. I should remember this, but it's here we go. It stands for. It's probably something like engaging, educational, and thought-provoking, or something like that. Oh,
it's going to be a horrible.
This page is taking forever. Here we go. It's taking forever.
It's going to be a horrible definition. I'm going to hate it. I already know it.
It's basically their people-first content. Here we go. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So basically, what's cool about this is it's identifying websites that are written by humans and not by AI, and it has a bunch of factors that it uses to make sure it's not somebody that's just content farming or engagement farming, right? Like it's basically checking to make sure that the stuff you read at the very top of the page that Google pays the most attention to isn't this is a page that will give you the recipe for how to make sausage dumplings, and sausage dumplings were invented by and dumplings are really tasty, and and it's 5 scrolls until you actually get to the recipe.
Twitter/X announced a way to do this same thing today, but they're doing it by charging all new users $1 a year.
Yeah.
Which will not stop bot farmers, by the way. They don't give a shit. $1 a year is nothing to them.
I have to pay $1 a year.
$1?
No.
How am I going to afford $1 a year where we're churning out millions in ripoff money? Give me a break.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a real thing, man. The future is a whole lot of really smart little robot app scripts that are going to fool everybody. I realized something yesterday. I was like, if you okay, I have it right here. Let me show it to you. So look at this.
Right,
I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get. So this is going to be part of the discussion. I've kind of given it away already, but all right. So I've given you an image. You're going to see a nondescript. So is the chat. A nondescript image of some cable coiled up outside near maybe that's a curb or something, just out in the weeds. And what I was going to do, and I decided not to do it, but I was going to do a post on social something or other where I would say, went outside yesterday and found this coiled up cable out in the backyard. I don't understand why it's there. It's not mine. Any ideas? Is someone trying to hack me or do? I was going to do all that, and then I was going to immediately follow up with, JK, this is just a weird image that got generated over on the Adobe Firefly image generator thing when I asked for drooping cable as a reference, and it gave me this, and I realized anybody can make whatever they want now. They just make whatever they want, and then they can go make a stink about it as if there was a stink, and there's no stink. It's just
beware. What you should the post really should be. Watch out for this kind of snake. It looks like coiled up coaxial cable in your backyard, but really it can kill you with one bite.
Right. That's what I should have done. I mean, I could have gone nuts with it. The point is that we are, I'm not trying. This isn't paranoid talk. It's just going to be annoying because I think a lot of times we're going to have plenty of skeptical people that will go, right, whatever, and we'll not be fooled by things. The point is we're going to have to sift through it though. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be annoying and in our way of our normal everyday data transactions. It's like it already is in some ways, right? It's just like stop. We got to figure out a better way. The one thing I do like about Adobe's plan moving forward for this stuff is that they are going to, what was the deal? They're going to watermark everything. It'll also have something in the image code, so it'll always be like, this is a artificially generated thing. We want to be upfront about that.
Yeah, like a hidden watermark kind of thing that you can't easily get rid of.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, there'll be ways around it. There always is. But they're going to try to do that. And then the other thing was, Tom was telling me about this. They were going to add, what was the other thing? Shit. Oh, it's that all their image data is trained on their own stuff they own. So they don't train on any open data. They don't train on any public data. They don't scrape websites. They don't scrape social stuff.
Oh, that's good.
All internal. So I think there are some plans for companies to move forward in ethical ways, but I still think it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be bad.
And I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but there is a tool you can use, or a way that you can, when you put artwork online, a thing that you can do to prevent it from being scraped for.
Oh, interesting.
So like as an artist, you can prevent it.
How are they doing that? That sounds great.
Yeah, like something it's like a combination of tags and URLs. Like I think you take it through a different URL, right? You have your URL where that graphic sits, and then you have a different URL that reroutes, but something about AI can't follow through that second.
But if somebody wanted manually to just still pull the image down and pump it into the thing, they could.
They still could, yeah.
Okay, but that's one step closer. I like that.
That's one step closer. Yeah, I mean, that one involves more manual work if somebody really wants to mess with it. But
make them work for it. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Don't make it easy. Don't let them just turn on a machine and walk away. You got to make them poke around and click shit.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. I have a fun thing I'm doing that involves my son Nicholas. He and I have decided that his list of movies he hasn't seen yet is too large, and meaning good movies, like stuff he should see.
Important movies to see.
Right.
Godfather on that list?
Yes, Godfather's on there. Goodfellas is on there. What's the other mob?
How about Goodfather and Godfellas? Do you have both of those on there?
Godfellas is really good. I better make sure it's on there. We have.
You think I'm funny? What is it about me that makes you think I'm funny?
Please, Lord.
I will come to you with a favor.
You do a decent.
I do a horrible Marlon Brando. Don't even try to give me credit for that.
It's not bad. It's all right. I'm not gonna say that you'll win any awards, but I'll say that I knew who you meant. How about that?
It's got to be, and it's one I've never tried. I've never tried to do a Brando. So really, it was just it was like an old man De Niro. That's what it was. You talking to me?
Oh, that new movie, that Purple Moon or the hell? What's it called?
The one about indigenous people. Yes,
The
I wanna
new
see that with
Scorsese movie.
DiCaprio.
What's
Yeah.
it called? It's called
Night of the Flower Moon. Or
Flowers
something like
Over the Monkey's Moon. That's it.
that. Yeah.
That's coming out this weekend, and I'm a big Scorsese
Yes.
fan, so I'm very excited about that. I guess Apple's
Killers,
getting it.
Killers of the Flower
Killers
Movie.
of the Flower Moon. Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Right.
Right. Killers of the Flower Movie.
I guess Apple's getting it first after it's theatrical, and it will be
Sure.
a 4-hour cut.
Isn't it an Apple TV produced movie, or was that a different thing I saw that was like produced by Apple TV?
It might be. They may have used them like he did Netflix for the Irishman, so it's possible.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do but I think the plan is the theatrical cut is shorter, and then this 4-hour beast will be on
Jeez.
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, the theatrical cut, just to give you an idea, is still 3 hours and 26 minutes. So
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, he kind of wants to go forever when he makes movies.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, over the years, what I lack in quality, I make up for in quantity.
Mhm. I guess so.
There's a really good 2-hour movie in this 3.5 hours of stuff that I put out there.
I mean, he's got maybe another movie or two in him, probably.
Probably
in his
yeah.
lifetime.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked The Irishman, but I probably would have liked it more trimmed down to trim the fat and make it 2 hours.
Yeah, I think that could have used some trim. I liked it a lot, but
I did too.
think
But yeah,
it was a little long.
I think it was my least favorite of the nominees that year, though. 2 years ago.
I like what Tarantino did with Hateful Eight, which Netflix has both the film.
Oh yeah,
which is a shorter version, and then they have a 4-hour miniseries that's cut up into 4 chunks.
I need to watch that. I have not watched the miniseries.
I think
it's
good.
It's been enough time that a lot of it'll be fresh to me again. So
it's very
cool.
good. I still think it's my favorite Tarantino. It's kind of a hard thing to pick, but I think it's my favorite. I love it.
This, seeing it at Alamo Drafthouse, I think this weekend, we'll see, because I've got a lot of crap going on this weekend. But it might be, it'll definitely be at Alamo Drafthouse, so it might be a 1 popcorn refill movie. Usually the big metal bowl of freshly made popcorn with their real butter that they give you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so damn good. It's real butter, because if you don't eat that thing within the first half hour of the movie, when you scrape down into the bowl, you're getting like slightly congealed popcorn, buttery popcorn, which I'm not going to lie, is still pretty damn good.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, you're not going to convince me that stuff's bad. I like it a lot.
Yeah. But 3.5 hours, I think, is. Can we get a refill on our Coke Zeros and this popcorn, please?
Yeah, and I'll need to pee 3 times, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah. He's like, can you pause the movie so I can pee? Or do I need to just do it into the metal bowl you provide?
I dare you to ask that question.
Well, I can't ask it because it's a quiet zone. I'll have to write it down.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'll write it down on the sheet. Could you pause the movie so I can pee, or should I just use the popcorn bowl?
I would die. I would love that so much. I mean, they're pretty quick about kicking out loud people. Do you think they're quick about kicking out weird people?
I'm sure. I bet I'd get an audible laugh out of them, because they start to know us there at that theater, because we go enough. We got to use our season pass. Yeah, then Merrick's right. Then we're gonna get the second announcement at the top of the movie, where Michelle Yeoh comes out and says, "Also, please don't pee in the popcorn bowls. We know this movie is long, but please don't pee in the popcorn."
Yeah, you'll be the one responsible for it. You'll be like that guy that put poison in the Tylenol in the 80s. He's the reason that all that packaging got added.
Right. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh came out before, like basically was on screen before A Haunting in Venice to tell everybody, be quiet, keep your phones out of sight, off, all that stuff, or else I'm going to punch you like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Good Lord. Wait a minute. So she did a thing special for them, for Alamo.
Yeah, for Alamo Drafthouse, yeah.
That's cool. I'll take that over.
It starts with, thank
Kidman.
you for coming and watching movies in person at the theater. It helps blah, 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 and keeps blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Now, it's keep your phone silent, shut up, or I'm going to, ha-cha! Like she did her, like, karate chop stuff from
That's great.
Crouching Tiger. Yeah.
That's great. I love that. She's great. She's an international treasure. Her.
She is an international treasure.
Love her. All right. So anyway, this list. We have this list.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I forgot we were on the list.
Yeah, we're on the list, and so it's a big long list. And I won't go through all the movies that are on it, but we had our first attempt to get together and watch this stuff. So we ordered Jersey Mike's and got some earlier mentioned Coke Zeros and plopped down on the couch there. He has Mondays off, so we did it during a chunk of time on Monday. And we watched Shawshank Redemption, and he had never seen it. And as predicted, he was blown away and loved it, and can't wait to see it again. He was super into it because it's great. It's arguably the best movie ever made, possibly. It's so good.
It tangos with Empire Strikes Back at the top of my favorite movie list of all time.
Yeah, me and Fury Road get along real good. But if you held a gun to me and said, Scott, you have to pick one, I don't know, man. Shawshank is really good. Anyway, so we watched that. That was great. And anyway, I noticed something. There's a guy. So in that movie, there's kind of a group of dudes who hang around in that prison. It's obviously Andy and Red and a few other people, but the other people get varying degrees of exposure. The guy who plays William Sadler plays the kind of
Sadler. That's the name I was trying to remember. It's William Sadler.
I love that guy. He's amazing. He's in all the Darabont things, anyways. Seems like he went into every movie he ever made.
My favorite William Sadler role, and the only one where he plays a good guy, a relatively good guy.
Yeah, that's true. He was pretty good in. He was great as Death in.
Oh yeah, Meet Joe. Oh, not Meet Joe Black. That was a different one. Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted's sequel.
Brad Pitt was Death in.
Yeah, it was the sequel. Whatever the second one is, I always forget that.
Yeah, Bogus Journey.
Bogus Journey. Yeah, he was great in that. Bad guy in Die Hard 2. All this. William Sadler's just he's just a national treasure once again. Anyway, so we're watching all these guys, and they're all doing their thing. And there's the guy named Floyd, and there's this other guy named Deke, I think was his name. Big mix of people. There's one guy in there that had like 3 lines through the whole movie, but he was always with that group. And I'd never noticed this in my 10 other times seeing the movie, or however many times I've seen Shawshank, probably more than that. But the guy that played Jackie Aprio on The Sopranos is in this group. And he doesn't have a lot to say. They barely use him. He has maybe, like I said, 2-3 lines. But it really took me out of those scenes.
Oh.
Because this dude is in there, and it's just like, what do you do? I just finished the Sopranos rewatch, right? So I'm like, what are you doing in this? Get out of this. You can't be in this. You were an a-hole in the Sopranos. I don't need to be looking at you and spending any more time with you. But anyway, that was a weird thing I noticed. And then the other thing I noticed, the very end of this film, right as the credits start, right as what's his name, Morgan Freeman shows up to the party at the end, and he's saying his final words about hope or whatever it is.
The rock that has no earthly reason for being in that field. Here it is. I brought it with me.
He goes out there. There's the boat. They're on the beach. They hug. The camera goes way up into kind of like
Ziwatnail.
Yeah, and the camera's up high, like helicopter shot. And then they're supposed to fade and do credits. Yeah. But the first thing they do is a dedication to somebody who died during production.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
I'd forgotten about that too.
And it's weird now to have that always there in a movie like this that you're going to see a billion times because TNT has it on repeat for part of the year. People love it. They go back to it all the time. And there it is every time. And Nick goes, "Who's that?" I'm like, see, this is why you don't want to put that in there permanently. You do it for the theatrical run. I understand we want to keep these people in our thoughts and, all that. I don't want to forget the great work and the life you lived and all. I don't want to forget any of those things. But maybe you should put like a little moratorium on it. Like 5 years in, cut that out of your credits. Just so no one knows who that dude is, and it's a weird thing at the very end to go for blah blah blah. It's the first thing you see as you cut to the blank.
Yeah, but all right, okay. Let's do another example of this. Do you think that Star Trek Beyond should get rid of the tribute to crap? What was his name? Played Chekhov.
Yes.
Oh God, Anton
Yelchin.
Yelchin, thank you, Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
I say no. I think that needs to always be in there.
I
feel
agree
like
because he's in it and he's a prominent character in it, and that should happen. This guy was not even in the movie. He's just some friend of somebody's.
Oh, really? He wasn't one of the. Oh,
no,
okay,
I looked him
gotcha.
up. He's like a production assistant, something or other. Like he's got something to do with the film and something to do with the production, but he's not an actor or a prominent person.
Oh, see, but that I feel like that then puts too much value on the actors and not enough value on the people behind the scenes. All right, let me ask you this: what if instead, and this is probably the most Scott Johnson thing ever. What if anytime someone who is involved in that movie passes away, they add to that memoriam? So basically, you watch The Maltese Falcon and there's a 5-minute this movie in tribute to all these people. Blip blap blip blip skip dap blip.
See, that would suck. That would be terrible. Like, for example, one of the great actors in that movie, a venerable actor in his own right, the guy who played Brooks, died in 99 or something. 6 years after this was made, or 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it was. And if he had died during production or before the finished film, yes, put him on there, tack him in there. You have him die later, no. Like, that would be weird. Every movie would be a million miles long of dedications.
Yeah, no. And I was jokingly saying that because it speaks right to your, this makes it easy for me to see who in this film is dead because I get a nice list at the end.
That's a good
like
point.
A little checklist.
Yeah. You're actually, for me, I could use it, but I don't think the general public wants it. Yeah.
No, I think that if you pass away, if you're involved in a film and you pass away during the making of that film or within a few months of the film being finished but maybe not released yet, and they can put that in there, I feel like it should be in there in perpetuity.
All right, well, it's in there. It seems like for good, because I watched the 4K digital one and it's there, man.
I just watched what might be the I know I'm going to run into more, and I could probably even think of what they're going to be, but one of the shittiest episodes of Moonlighting, which is this black and white, for the most part, it's called The Dream Sequence Always Rings Twice, and it's a black and white. Maddie has some wine and falls asleep on the couch, and after they just visited an old-timey theater, and she has this dream sequence about this murder that was committed in the theater 50 years earlier or something, or I guess 80s would have been, 40, 30 years
40s,
earlier,
30s,
whatever.
Yeah.
And she thought, well, it's clearly the guy did it. It was like a love triangle. And, oh, no, the guy did it. And then David Addison is saying, the girl, hey, come to Los Angeles. The woman did it. That's who did it. Yeah, yippee-ki-yay. And
Seagrams. He didn't do the Seagram song, but add that in there.
Seagram's golden wine cooler. Anyway, so they both have this dream sequence about their perspective of the murder, and of course they play the two people who are involved in the murder and blah blah blah.
Okay.
And it's the most, number one, there's zero relevance. There's no consequences. It's just basically, hey, what if we both had a dream? Doo, doo, doo. But because that thing was so black and white, and I guess because they felt like this is something they needed to prepare people for, they had Orson Welles on at the beginning of the show to say, hello, I'm Orson Welles, and today television takes a giant leap backwards. Like does this whole intro before Al Jarreau starts singing the opening music.
Yeah.
And he says, and about 12 minutes into the following presentation, everything will turn black and white. It is not a problem with your television set. Repeat, this is not a problem with your television set.
Oh, my Lord.
It's like, really? You feel like you need to explain this? But the reason I bring this up is right after this opening intro, they have a in memoriam Orson Welles, who apparently passed away like 6 months after he did that.
Oh shit. Before it aired or whatever.
Intro. Yeah, before it aired. After it was filmed, before it aired.
Yeah.
So
he drank too much wine before its time. That's what
I
happened
think
to him.
I think he drank some wine before its time, and that was like, oh no, this is bad. It's just fruit juice.
Yeah, if you don't know that reference, everybody ask your Gen X friends or relatives, okay?
And then he said, Rosebud. And then he just died. And then he said, the spaceships are coming, and then he died.
Yeah, that was it. That's his whole thing.
There you go. Now you know everything you need to know.
That's great. That sounds like a bad holodeck episode of Star Trek to me.
It kind of was, yeah, exactly. Zero stakes, zero relevance, and
yeah.
So, sorry if I spoiled that episode of Moonlighting from 1983 or whatever it was for you, but
you guys will all be okay.
Don't worry, you can skip it. Watch the Orson Welles intro and then just skip that episode.
Yeah, skip the rest of it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, watch the one with Charles Rocket, the late great Charles Rocket.
I don't know who that
is. The first
Charles
person
Rocket.
ever to drop the F-bomb on Saturday Night Live, I think.
Oh, I know that story.
Yeah.
Why is the name not? Oh, okay. I know this guy.
Yeah, Charles.
Oh
Rocket.
my gosh, that guy. What is he? He died, right? Yeah,
he died. Yeah. What's he doing these days?
Yeah,
he's decomposing.
He's decomposing. 56 years old was all though. That's
super young. Yeah.
Well, you don't like
That's
that.
right. He was in Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, right.
That's no good. All right, let's. I want to play you something here. So Carter's been in Korea for the last week.
Oh yeah, right. She's so not in Japan anymore. Now on to Korea.
Japan was brief-ish. She'd been to Japan entirely before, but this time it was like a little bit of time in Tokyo, and then her and her cousins flew to Korea, South Korea, obviously, near Seoul, and they're there the whole time until she comes back. And she sent this to me, if I can find it. Oh, they don't disappear, do they? Oh, dang it. I should have recorded it when I got it.
What is this Snapchat thing? You mean the pictures disappear?
Well, it's actually just iMessages, and it's the voice messages.
Oh.
They go away unless you tell them to stay. Crap.
Oh, shoot.
I don't have it then. But anyway, she went karaokeing, and they did. She did a big Linkin Park set.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then she sent me audio of her voice now, and it sounds like paper in the wind. Her voice. It's just completely gone. And it was cute. Not that I'd play it here, but no, iMessages deletes the voice things after you've heard them. You bastards.
That sucks.
That's
bummer.
Or maybe I'm supposed to push something and say save this, and I didn't.
You probably are. It was nice of you to save when I sent you that message where I basically thought I was dictating, and I said LOL.
Yeah, how did I know to do
face.
that one? How did I get that one? And not this. Like, I don't remember what I did. It was a while ago. It was back when they first announced that feature. You guys want to hear that? Hold on. I love this. It's one of my favorite clips.
I think I say ha ha ha. That's what it was. I actually
can't remember what.
I dictated ha ha, but really I was sending you an audio message.
All right, let's see. I've got 2 files. Is this one? No, that's us laughing. No, that's you making a weird noise. I don't know what I called this. What would I have named this?
Forever.
I know I have
Voice?
it because voice maybe? Voice.
I don't know.
I'm bad at tagging my files.
Tag your audio files, man.
There's so many now, I don't even know where to start.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, how about this one?
Bum 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 bum.
No. No.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on.
Shit gratiefter.
Oh, there's the original.
Yeah, we found the shit gratiefter. I can't
working
find
on that
it.
shirt. Thanks, Stephanie. The shirt.
It was great though because he goes ha ha ha, comma, something something.
Yeah, right.
Period.
Exactly. Yes.
It was great. It was great. I will find that somehow. I will find you no matter what occurs. All right, let's move on to Brian's cool Iron Man. Is it there in front of you? I want to see this thing. Oh, look at it! It's right there. Holy shit!
It is. Here's my hand for reference on how big this thing is.
Oh, is he posable in any pose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sort of. So he comes there now. His eyes are glowing. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, you can totally
Maybe
tell.
not. Okay. So he's sort of posable in any pose. You get 4 different sets of hips.
Okay.
And you have to unscrew his crotch to change his hips. And but those hips allow him to do like the superhero landing pose with his left arm down. I can also do superhero landing pose with his right arm down with a separate pair of hips. Just your basic standing, like he's in his display, like the Tony Stark's Mark III display, and then and then one where it's just like a, that Iron Man pose that you kind of see where he's kind of twisted a little bit and he's like doing his whole. Yeah.
Sure.
But this is the one I wanted, and I was thinking, well, I'll totally be able to fit him up there on the back of the shelf. It's like, oh no, this is.
He's even hanging over that shelf, the top of that thing.
This one. Yeah, exactly, buddy.
He's a big boy.
But what's cool is this is on a little rotating platform.
Oh, like a little lazy Susan, you could put like food on it.
But look, you can see, I did not feel safe having him. I could take those rubber bands down and that stick right here.
Yeah.
I just do not feel safe about him not falling off of this thing. I've shaken the bookcase that he's sitting on and that sort of thing. So
do you know?
Listening?
Yeah. So this thing that these things come in pieces over time.
Yeah. Yes.
How
2 years of pieces.
2 years of pieces. Did you figure?
Yes.
I can't remember if you told us last time. Did you figure out what that over time ends up costing for the final?
Yeah.
piece?
So I did. I actually sat down and I did the math, and so all told, the whole thing was about $1 and about 42 cents after that. So,
what a strange time for the internet to act up. What weird.
Dang it, Zoom and Discord. Oh, shoot.
What has happened? Now you've forgotten it. Now we can't say it again. We don't know.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'll never remember.
I'm sure it's a nice big number, but it feels better because it's overtime, right? Like it's
overtime. And again, if you say, oh, would I pay X amount for that model? No, I wouldn't. But would I pay X amount for the experience of putting it all together, seeing how it's all made? Then yeah, I totally would do it again.
Yeah.
And I will do it again. I'm doing it again with the Millennium Falcon, thanks to the support of listeners.
Oh,
and,
very nice.
Very generous benefactor, but I'll still take additional monies for it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's not $2,000. No.
It wouldn't be
less
that,
than
right?
Claire, geez Louise.
It's got to be in the hundreds, but not $2,000.
Yeah.
Come on now.
JK, I think, was exaggerating.
Yeah.
But Millennium Falcon build, and so I'm doing all this stuff on streaming. That's the agreement, that if I do the Millennium Falcon, I'll only do it on streaming. So if you go to youtube.com/Coverville, you can see the video that I did of putting this one together, the last few pieces to do the new set of hips, and then put him in a superhero landing pose, and you'll watch him fall off the desk I'm using to assemble him and land on the floor and still come out okay.
Oh my goodness.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, you don't want that. Hey, there's another Coverville in here.
Oh, really?
Coverville Official on
What?
YouTube. Yeah, check this out. Coverville Official, covering hits since 2023.
Oh, wow. That's nice of them to let's see, there it is right there. The one that's called Coverville Official 11.
Yeah, that's the no, there's no 11 on this. Or no, is there? Oh, maybe
there's
is.
another one, Coverville.
Yeah, I only see official, no 11.
Hilarious.
Best of Coverville. Oh, hold on here. Coverville 5838. There's a bunch of.
I see that one, 58388. Yeah.
You got some Covervilles in here.
Yeah, I've seen this guy, and he's this guy. The Coverville 5838 is stopped 2 years ago.
Oh, well, good. Screw that guy.
But it looks like I need to do another cease and desist.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, look at
get
this
your
guy.
lawyers involved, Brian. Lawyer up.
Well, there's one that's like this Josh Griffin playlist uploaded 2 days ago. That one. Oh yeah, here it is. Coverville Official, 13 subscribers. Yeah, looks like I need to.
You look so
covering
studious.
hits since 20.
You got your glasses on while you make this. You look so studious. I like it.
I know. Yeah.
Look at you. You look like, I've got the glue. I got the stuff. Here's the item. I can see it all because I'm wearing these glasses.
Yeah.
Here's my head in the camera.
I know. Yeah, it's like where I'm bending over and you just basically get a nice close up of my my bald head.
Yeah, your noggin. I like it. All right, that's awesome. Go check that out, you guys.
It's like I need to. I guess I need to reach out to this person. Say, dude, whoever you are,
take down your site.
Coverville Official is not Coverville.
It's not official anything. It's officially wrong.
No,
you know,
officially wrong.
That's what I say. All right, we're gonna call. Oh man, we're running late. We got to call Dunaway.
Oh yeah, we need to get some Dunaway in this. business.
Damn straight, son. That means we got to move quickly as well because we got Tom at the top of the hour. So we're gonna bring in Dunaway. We're gonna have some feud, and it's gonna be great. I can promise you that. Here's this. Oh, that's quiet. Let's turn that up. Dunaway, what are you doing?
Oh. Hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Just sitting here waiting on my friends to call me.
I know.
Oh, I thought that sounded like an AI version of Dunaway.
Yeah, it did for a second. That was weird. You were gonna
Really?
Yeah, you were gonna fool us. If you were gonna fool us, I don't know what we'd do. We're gonna.
Who says I'm not? Who says I'm not artificial intelligence?
Oh well, I've never really put that into place before, but now I have. We also have Guacmar joining us, who will be our person who may win some things today. Guacmar, welcome to the program. Have you been on before?
Yeah,
it's been a long time, remember?
Yeah.
It's been a bit, though. Yeah.
It has been a long time, yeah. It's been a long time.
Getting from
Every
you
time.
to this or
You
whatever.
cannot sing it, can you?
It's good to have you here. Your avatar freaks me out because I'm playing a game that has a lot of Cthulhu stuff in it, and your avatar has that in it. That's scary.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm very scared.
It's that way for a reason.
Yeah, no, I understand. You're in touch with the dark world, and we're going to be in touch with you now. Brian, why don't you explain these rules and how this thing works and what we're going to do and all that stuff?
Yeah, so it's time to play the Tadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian have to predict the answers that they gave us, and it's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. So I'm going through this quick because we're late. Guacamar, your job is more important than ever. I know it's been a while. Hopefully you remember how to play this thing because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Geometric Sniper, Shoot the Shapes, and 3000th Duel.
Remember, that's the Geometry Wars rules. Shoot the shapes. That's the deal.
Shoot the shapes.
Yep. That's great. Awesome.
Shoot the shapes.
Those are good games, both of those.
Shapes. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, let's get to your topic. Let's get this thing going here. We asked 471 Tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. What intellectual property should have a theme park?
Oh, man. Come on.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Damn it. That just came out of my butt.
Not on the board, but I will tell you that few people did say that, and it made it to number... It's on here. Where is it? Gosh, it's further down than I thought. Oh, 51. Jeez, okay.
Jeez, that's a terrible answer.
Dunaway, any answer?
Even though there already is, I know these people, and they definitely said Harry Potter.
Sure. All right, show me Harry Potter.
Are you kidding me?
No. All right, so
make Guacmar
that's what I'm
pick.
going to make him do, and then he gets to choose who he plays with. Guacmar, name an intellectual property that should have a theme park.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Show me Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my God, brilliant.
All right. Ding, it's number 4, but I can't select it because whoever you choose will get the points. So who do you want to play with?
Oh, yeah, who do you want?
Let's do Scott.
Okay, let's do me.
Good idea. Good
Like
plan.
Just like having to choose which child is your
That was an
favorite.
amazing answer, by the way, Guacmar.
That was an amazing answer,
I would
yes.
love.
And you were quick.
I would love to do that.
You even beat like the lag that naturally comes with Discord. I don't know how you did that.
You got it something. That probably was your answer when you filled out the form, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's impressive as
Oh,
hell.
nice.
All right, very good. So, Scott, you have run of the board, and you have Guacmar as a fellow fellow person.
A fellow person.
A colleague.
Now, we have enough. This is a tricky one because my brain almost said, and I didn't because I'm a little hesitant these days, but it feels like an actual Blizzard world. People would have said, people in our community would have filled this thing up with that as the number one answer a few years ago. I don't know if they would now, but how do you feel, Guacmar, about like...
I absolutely feel well with Blizzard World.
Blizzard World. Okay. I'll bet we're in the top 10.
Even though it's already in China. So, I mean...
That's true. They faked it over there. Yeah. They never got in trouble either. They just run it. They just have a big old Blizzard World and they just do it and nobody cares. Yeah, so let's say some sort of Blizzard property, World of Warcrafty, thing, world.
Sure. Okay. Blizzard, show me Blizzard World.
Oh, it is
Blizzard World.
Number one answer on the board, and people did mostly say either World of Warcraft or Warcraft. A couple people said StarCraft and Diablo, but a lot of people actually said Blizzard World. So I just lumped all of that together since that was a thing.
Because that's what it would be, right? It would be all the IPs and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that made me feel a lot better where my head's at here. Let's do You got
What about
anything
Star
pop? Star Trek, you say? That's good. I like that. Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Track.
Okay, show me Star Trek. Number 3, and absolutely should be a real thing for Pete's sake. Why
Good
is it
answer.
not?
I agree. Now, some
We
people,
had it for a little while at the Hilton in Las Vegas. It was the closest thing we had to a Star
and
Trek theme park.
that cool themed the concept art for the hotel they were going to build. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted that so bad.
That would have been great. Yeah.
So let me ask the host a quick question here. You probably can't answer this. Are there some things on this list that already do exist? Because Harry Potter didn't happen, but there's probably some, right?
No, I'll tell you this. In the top 10, none of those items made the list.
Okay.
But other things have created, like other things that exist. For example, there already is a Simpsons land in Universal Studios.
Yeah.
There obviously already is a
I didn't know that.
Harry Potter land in Universal.
I knew that. I
Studios.
knew there was
You go
a.
and actually,
Yeah.
you can take a picture in front of Moe's bar and drink a Duff beer.
Welcome to
and all
Moe's.
Yeah.
I just watched my garbage can get destroyed by the garbage truck.
Whoa.
no.
Do you have a camera on that? I
Nice.
hope that's cool.
No, it's right outside my window. I'm looking
Oh,
right
wow.
at it.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
Did they stop and like say, here's a certificate for a free trash can or something?
No, they're getting out. They just put more trash in the trash can. They're pulling it off of the arm. They just pierced right through it.
Oh, my
no.
gosh.
Nice.
They'll bring you another one. That's how that works. But
I hope so.
I was hoping it exploded everywhere and they just drive off. It's like,
With it like still impaled and they just can't shake it
No,
off their.
it would be the capstone of my past 3 days. So
oh, well, perfect. That's perfect. That's
Yeah.
what a way.
I really hope you win.
Yeah, I do too. I have a notion that people would say Mad Max World, so I'm just gonna throw it out. Mad Max World.
Okay. All right. Show me Mad Max World.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Oh,
Yeah. You know
my
this.
Points.
Glorb. I cannot believe it. That is some BS right there.
Yeah.
It's a BS.
Are you kidding? I would go to that place every year. Are you kidding me?
Nobody wants to go to Dystopia World. Who
Yeah.
would want to do that? What are you going to do? Get some spray paint and paint your face every year? You
Yeah.
don't want to do
It's
that.
what a lovely day. You bring home your own steering wheel. I mean, it's an amazing
That's
Well,
idea.
then why not Water World?
Well, there is
No,
one
like
at Universal. They got a thing there.
They have a
so you-
Waterworld stage show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
at
still
one of
do
the,
it.
Food kiosks, you can get yourself your own personal blood bag to follow you around.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there you go. Instead of a lightsaber, you build a blood bag.
See,
Just-
Guacmar
That's
understands. He understands. He knows the truth of this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're killing it here. Guacmar, any others that jump out?
I've got a couple, but they are very esoteric.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
Let's go. How about Doctor Who?
Oh, Doctor Who Land.
Ooh, yes.
Whoville. Dr. Whoville. Wait,
Right.
that one.
No, not Doctor Whoville.
So you enter Doctor Whoville, Wholand through a TARDIS. You
Yep.
go inside and then you come out the other side, and then you're all of a sudden.
And it always just
Where?
looks like a TARDIS that was on the side of a street.
But think about it. You got the Daleks. You got the Cybermen. You got the
Yeah, but what does the
Zygons,
land
yeah.
look like? Does it look like Gallifrey, or does it look
London.
like
Looks
all
like
the
London.
huh?
Looks like London.
Oh, it
just
looks like London. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then so you go into different places, and it's like, oh no, there's weeping angels here. Back out with your eyes wide open.
Oh, I like
That's what
that.
I- Yeah. All right.
The
Okay.
music the whole time.
Show me the Doctor.
Oh,
Number 8.
Nicely done.
Good points too.
Yeah. I mean, we're at 26 Dunaway. I don't know how you're feeling, but
Shut up. This is a bunch of crap. Calling me late and then beating my ass.
Still possible for Brian to win without running the board, but very specific things have to happen for that to
yeah.
to
Well,
work.
Guacmar, I like your sense of stuff here. What was the other one you were holding on to?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, let's try Magic. Let's do it. Nerds,
Show
bunch of
me-
nerds. Yeah.
MTG.
Oh, first
Come to the
strike.
concession stand and try our Black Lotus. It's only $10,000.
Pretty good deal. Pretty good price. Actually, I think that is a good price for the Black
It's
Lotus.
funny. They just got the Doctor Who cards for Magic.
Yeah.
this
Oh,
week.
that's
really?
right. Yeah, they did the Lord of the Rings stuff, and now they're.
Is there a one copy of the Sonic Screwdriver that everybody's chasing after, but Post Malone will eventually get?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Oh, he just announced something that makes me sad. We don't have time to tell you the story, but I'll talk about it later. Anyway, Dunaway, go ahead.
A new tattoo?
No,
New face tattoo?
Oh, sure.
The short of it is he wants to build a huge compound, and so he's maybe moving out of state to do it because he can't get cheap enough land
wow.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to his interview on Howard Stern yesterday, and I was a little like he was really scattered and just answered things very one-word responses and stuff like that. I really wanted to learn more about him, but it really felt like he was really high.
I think he was probably really high, if I had to guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he gets high a lot. Yeah. He went to go see Howard Stern, but then he got high. That's how
I get high. I get high.
Dunaway,
all right,
what do you think?
Dunaway, please.
It's been so long since it's been my turn.
You forgot the question.
I can't remember if Scott's first stupid answer was Star Wars or not. I'm afraid to say it now.
I can tell you it wasn't, if that helps you. Because the goal here is to run the board.
It helps me a lot because then I'll use it.
Yeah. Well, you can if you want.
Duh, it's a no-brainer. I mean, even though Disney is essentially that, I mean, come on.
Yeah. They have Star Wars.
That's your guess? Star Wars?
No. Mandalorian.
Oh.
Mandalorian world.
Okay.
No. I'll go with Star Wars.
Okay, let's get this out of the way. Show me Star Wars.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Scott already asked me if there were things that already existed on this list, and I told him that 11 and higher, yes, but not in the top 10. And Star Wars already exists.
Which is why I didn't say Star Wars.
I misunderstood what you said. Okay,
that does deserve its own full-on theme park, but
yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Like a full-on Marvel theme park would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
In fact,
don't say that.
Can we say? See, this
he just said.
Yeah, but it kind of fits in that it fits in that last or that idea that maybe it's not in the top 10. I don't know. Guacmar, what are you thinking? You've been real good at this so far.
At first, I was going to go with Claire's guess about Nintendo, but they're building that.
Yeah, they've already have.
It's already built. You can go there and have a Princess Peach shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like Nintendo don't.
How about for blanks and giggles, Minecraft?
All right. Oh, you know what?
Dude, I would love a Minecraft world. That'd be awesome.
I'd be down with that.
All right. Show me Minecraft.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad idea. Just be a bunch of holes.
It would be the easiest theme park to make, just a bunch of painted boxes.
Right.
Number 22, by the way, Minecraft.
Right, it made the list though. Wow. All right.
It did make the list. Yeah, enough people said it.
Dunaway, keys are in your hands.
Well then, I've got to say then, since y'all are looking at the chat room, I might as well go the same way. There's been a resurgence of Futurama. I would love to go get in the suicide booth with Bender and go to the Futurama world.
Oh, this is a good one. I would love this.
Yeah. All right. Show me Futurama. That's a great suggestion. Like that would be super cool as a whole Futurama.
Yeah, that's a good
world
call.
Or land, or even land would be cool.
Yeah,
but yeah,
really good call on that one.
All right, that changes things. That changes
things for you audio listeners. Number 6.
Yep. Oh,
number 6 it is. Number 6. How about
left on the board?
I would really like to see a real world Jurassic Park with dinosaurs.
Sure. Okay.
Little baby dinosaurs, of course.
Sure.
But, you know.
All right. Show me Jurassic Park.
Oh, sure. Y'all went Mad Max, but you won't give me Jurassic Park. I'm talking about a real Jurassic Park. I'm talking about real dinos. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay. Like real.
You don't want some animatronic bullshit, do you, Brian?
Well,
no, that's not a theme park.
Enough people
that's a
agreed
ride.
with me that it was number 16 on the list. But
that's pretty high.
Pretty good, yeah. No, they have the ride, but they have the whole welcome center where the banner drops down and lands on a T-Rex.
Is there a chance I'm going to be eaten by a dinosaur?
Yes.
Yes.
Always. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Yeah. Something greater than
always
zero.
a non-zero.
Yeah. It may be low. Probabilities are low, but not impossible.
Right. Well, I mean, and somebody would always find a way to make it work. It's like, well, technically an alligator ate him, and this kind of a dino. Just saying.
How about?
All right.
What if we did like?
Don't fact check me.
Should do another video game property. It just feels right to me. I don't know why. So let's go with. Oh shit!
Pac-Man.
What is there even to do?
Square Enix. Final
Pac-Man.
Fantasy?
Oh, you know what? We got a lot of Final Fantasy fans. Let's say Final Fantasy or Square World or something.
Okay.
In that
All right,
zone.
show me Final Fantasy.
Ow!
Really?
Damn it!
Number 14 on the list. Enough people said it that it was close.
I am surprised
but,
that didn't make it.
Yes. All right, Brian. 4 answers left on the board.
Well-
Here's the deal. You need to basically get the 3 highest answers, 5, 7, and 9, to win. But you could also get 2, 5, 7, and 9 to run the board and get Guacamole the prizes. But if you get any,
Well, I'll tell you what. If I get 5, 7, and 9, I'll blow number 2, so Guacamole can't have it. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I'm gonna do my best to make sure this ends up in Guacamole's hands.
Yeah.
Yes,
I would
sir.
love to visit the Shire. I want to take my shoes off and head to the Shire. Lord of the Rings, please.
Lord of the Rings land.
Give me it.
Show me and go get yourself some potatoes from the potato vendor.
Potatoes.
Show me
What, dropping
Lord of
no
the
Eve,
Rings.
sir?
Hey, number 2.
The rope drops precisely when the rope should drop.
That's right. Right when he means to.
So since I got
you may not pass.
Nicely done.
Since
oh
I
yeah,
got
there's
two-
no fast
since
pass.
I got number 2,
there
there's
is
no way for
fast
Guacamole to lose.
pass. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Since I got 2, there's no way for Guacamole to lose.
There's no way. Yeah,
Can't lose.
but you can still
true.
keep
No way.
going
Yeah,
and
they
try to
lose.
fill it
That's
out.
true. You're exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could still
All
try.
right, then I can still try to make him lose.
You can still try.
You can make the effort. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I always wanted to go to Happy Days Land. I want to see the Fonz up there.
That's what you're going with.
Fonz, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and
Yeah.
Mindy.
Yeah, that whole thing. All the
I wanna
extended
visit,
universe.
Yeah, I want to visit
I
that
want to go
land.
there now too.
Haas and Pfeffer, Haas and Pfeffer Corporated.
Incorporated.
land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
and
you
you
go.
jump sharks and oh man, what a time to be alive.
Ride the line of bottles as they make their way through the Milwaukee Brewery with a glove on.
Follow the
really?
glove.
That's what you're going with? You're going with that.
Do it.
Give me some Happy Days.
All right, show me.
Or how about
Days.
wait, how about Wayne's World? Wayne's World be fun to
All right.
visit.
Tell you what,
Everybody drives
we'll do-
everybody drives around in what those little was it a Pacer? What did they drive
we'll
around
do
in?
we'll
Pacer, is
do
that right?
both. We'll do both, and then
All
we'll
right.
combine the points from both of those.
Thanks.
And,
There you go. Oh, it's a
0
shame.
plus 0 is still 0. Sorry.
So I used to work at Wayne's World.
Oh, wait, what?
Back
World World?
back when it was Paramount's King's Dominion, they had a section called Wayne's World.
Oh, they really
We had
did.
the-
Really?
we had
That
the
is
truck-
awesome.
We actually had the celebrities come out when it first opened. Everything.
Wow. So it was based on the
Nice.
movie
I did
and
not
stuff?
even-
It was based
even
on the
existed.
film. That's or not the
Yeah,
film, but
back in the
the
90s.
property. Wow. That's wild. Well, here's the good news right here. Right here.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Rockmar, you've won, and that means
I
you
have a
get this
favorite
stuff. It's very exciting. Brian, why don't you tell us just some of
Let's
the others?
reveal these last 3 here. Number 5, Fallout. When you were saying video game
Okay.
property, it's like,
Okay.
I hope he goes with this one. Fallout, the Fallout world. Number 7. I mean, there are lots of things that almost are theme parks based on this, but not quite. Pokemon.
Oh, chat room is saying Pokemon
Okay.
too. Dang
Yeah.
it.
I feel like
Yeah.
there should be something in Japan that's like an actual Pokemon theme park, but there isn't.
It
And
is
then
Japan.
finally, on this list, number 9, Legend of Zelda. Since we have
Oh, it's
our
dangerous to
Mario
go
world,
alone.
Yeah.
Nintendo World, we don't have any Zelda in there. Really quickly running through some extras. The Expanse. People still said Mario. People still said Star Wars. Game of Thrones. Fast and the Furious. There's kind of that already in sort of Universal.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K. Frog Pants. Hunger Games. Marvel. Minecraft. Rick and Morty. Apple. Don't know how that works. Barbie. Cyberpunk. Discworld. James Bond. Scooby-Doo.
Barbie Cyberpunk.
Barbie Cyberpunk World would be great. Willy
Party
Wonka,
World would be awesome though.
50 Shades of Grey, Bluey, Bob's Burgers, Critical Role, DC Comic Universe, definitely.
Why? Why would you want a 50 Shades? That's the worst idea ever. 50 Shades of Grey.
It's really just a sex worker house, is
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
As well as
It's
Debbie
just
Does
Twilight,
Dallas.
yeah.
Keep in mind, people, when you put in jokey things like Debbie Does Dallas, you hurt the game. You hurt the numbers that could be up top.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls, Firefly, Godzilla, Halo, Mass Effect, My Little Pony, NASA, Peanuts, Pornhub, Portal, Saw, Simpsons. Peanuts, Pornhub is also really fun.
Peanuts,
Peanuts,
Pornhub. Oh,
yeah.
shit. Probably exists. Don't search it.
Oh God, yeah, exactly. Simpsons, SpongeBob, Stargate, Transformers, Waterworld, Aliens, Among Us, Animal Crossing, Avatar, already there. Avengers, already there. Battlefield, Big Bang Theory, really? Breaking Bad, it's already Albuquerque. There's a lot. Yeah, I won't even continue because there's
Breaking
just a ton
Bad,
here.
they'd have a ride where you throw a pizza on the roof. That's how that would go.
Yeah, exactly. It's already
Yeah,
Albuquerque.
yeah.
Albuquerque is the Breaking Bad theme park. You already have it.
You're already there.
Go
man.
eat chips at the place where Hank figures it out and talks to Walt.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I have a favor to ask before you hang up on me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it was my birthday yesterday, can you give the prizes to somebody else?
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Happy birthday to you, Guac.
Yeah,
Hey,
happy
we missed it.
birthday. I hope you got guac or something.
No,
I don't know.
I got the ER.
Oh, you got the. Oh, geez, you went to the
Oh,
ER. That's not a good gift. All right, I'm just gonna say it. So for
Yeah,
whatever
I
reason
don't
you went
like
in
it.
there, we hope
But
you're
we
doing
hope
better. Are you
everything's
doing better? Are you
fine.
okay?
No, my wife was in an accident on Monday, so it's just been fights.
Oh
Is
my
she okay?
goodness.
She's fine. She's fine. It's just a strained muscle.
Okay,
Oh my
good.
gosh.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
good.
but still.
Still,
Scary.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the trauma.
The trauma. Yeah, the trauma. The trauma. I don't know why we're saying trauma over and over, but yes, that is traumatic. That's horrible. Well, we hope
I would like somebody else to have the prizes.
we can definitely
Okay.
do that.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say right now in the Tadpool, if you in the live chat room, if you tell me the answer that I would put on this list for an intellectual property that there needs to be a theme park of, then
jeez.
I will give you the
Gee, I
prize.
wonder where that could be.
First person to say the answer I'm thinking of, and you'll probably be able to come up with the answer I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
gets these prizes.
Well, that's
Is it Facebook?
It's Facebook.
Shane gets it that quickly. Spice World winner right there.
Nicely done, Shane Maddox. Spin around with a camera.
Shane.
You won.
Shane Maddox?
Yeah, well done.
Yep.
Hey, listen here, Dunaway. You're great too. Hey, Guacmar, be safe and don't drive crazy. And I hope your garbage can gets fixed. Hey, Dunaway, this is for you. We didn't play this yet, but it's for you. That's right. You lose. Now, here's where you win. Play Retro is where you win, and we're not doing it today because we're doing it Friday. Brian's got a birthday thing tonight, so Friday at 2:30 Mountain.
Audrey's birthday today.
That's right.
Hey, happy birthday, Audra.
Hi, happy birthday. 2:30 Mountain Time on Friday will be Play Retro this week, and we're talking about the scary light gun shooter games in the arcade. You're not going to want to miss this one. A Halloween
We
fun
doing
time.
Chiller and all the fun ones.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be great.
shooting skin off people. Oh, it's rough. It's rough business. Dunaway, kiss our butts.
Scary.
Very scary indeed. Brian, we're going to take a break now, and when we come back from this break, Tom Merritt will join us, talk a little tech. After that, some recommendals with Randy. I still don't think we've heard from Nicole, so I think we're safe. in
Yes,
saying-
actually, Nicole's in.
Oh, she in.
Just,
Great.
Just heard from her, so we do have Nicole.
Do we have?
No
No
movie
clip.
or clip. So,
All right. Maybe she'll
Nicole,
have it
if
by
you're
then.
listening, get that to us while we're talking to Tom.
That sounds great.
Tom.
Brian, tell me about this song you're going to play.
Sure. Let me tell you about the song I'm going to play. I'll go really quickly here. Karina Rinkman, a brand new remix of a song. She's actually got a. This is her debut album title track. The song is called Joyride. She's going back out on tour starting October 7th in San Diego and Austin. Make sure you check her out. Here is Karina Reichman and the song Joyride.
Welcome to a special edition of Brown Bag Women's Championship Wrestling.
Stay away from people in cars or vans.
And we're back. Tell me who that was.
Sure, I'll tell you. This song is called Joyride. It's by Karina Reichman, and this is the Van Sire remix. Go check out all of her music. It's all really, really good. That name again is Karina Reichman or Rickman, Rykman. Reichman. What's his power?
Yeah, what the
power to
hell?
play this song really well.
That's
Joyride.
right. He's a really good, powerful player of songs. Okay,
That's right.
That's the deal. All right, we're gonna get Tom Merritt in here because he's great. Where's his thing? His thing's right here. There it is.
Kind of in a tough spot here, Tom. Sorry.
Tom, actually, we are sorry because we kept you waiting. We don't like doing that. How are you? How's it going? Oh, you're muted. Sorry. You get that thing again. Your routed deal. No worries. It's a thing. It happens. We do it here.
Virtual audio plugs or whatever.
I did it to myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it to myself.
Yeah.
I created it this way. I can change it at any time, but no.
No. Heavens, no.
What was I going to say? Oh, I'm always happy when you're late.
Oh, really?
Because whenever you end up being late for me is when I need extra time. So I needed like a couple of extra minutes to post Daily Tech headlines this morning. And I was like, well, I might not get it done by the time they call. And it ended up just timing out perfectly.
Oh my gosh. We didn't know we were so synced to your needs. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That makes me happy to hear that. So we'll be late all the time from now on. No, I don't know. We'll be early when you need us.
When I'm running behind. When I'm on time myself, then we're all good. Right?
When, like a wizard, we'll arrive precisely when we mean to.
Exactly when we mean.
There you go. Tom is here, as he always is on Wednesdays, to talk about some tech headlines, maybe kind of what's going on in the world, what we might cover on Daily Tech News Show today. Who knows what we'll get, but I guess Tom knows. What are we doing today?
Now, this first thing I'm going to mention, I don't think we'll be covering on Daily Tech News Show, but I might have to go to BlizzCon because my favorite K-pop group is going to be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Are
talked
they
about this.
performing at BlizzCon?
Le Seraphim will make an appearance at BlizzCon on November 4th for a special performance, including their new single Perfect Night, which is a collab with Blizzard for Overwatch 2.
Oh, wow. So they're going to do it. They're not just playing the song, they're going to perform it, like get up on a stage and do it. Interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. How did we even learn about this? It's not part of the schedule that I know of. Or
It is. I found out about the song because I just follow the group, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw the Overwatch thing, and I started looking around, and there is a BlizzCon post from October 18th that just went up today. Here, I'll stick it in the YouTube chat and in our Discord.
Sure.
That says that they're going to perform.
Wow, that's cool. So weirdly, unlike every other BlizzCon year ever, there are still tickets available. They didn't sell out.
Oh,
wow. So you probably have a decent chance of getting, if tickets are required for you to see this.
I don't think I'm
event.
going to get in as media on this one.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I could pay my way in. You're right.
I tried for media access this year. It didn't happen. I think things are my impression from the process was that this is like a whole different crew. There's like a whole different. I mean, they haven't had
a whole new world.
They haven't had a BlizzCon
Even
since
before
2019.
The Microsoft acquisition, right? There's just a whole different.
Yeah, then pandemic was pre-pandemic was the last time they had a live one. They had a digital one and kind of a half digital one, but they haven't done this again. And they've had a whole turnover on who does that and who's in charge of stuff. I think. I mean, Randy could clarify some of this because I'm not sure how it all works, but it's just a different process now. So. The fact that your favorite K-pop band, by the way, are they cartoon people?
No, this is just the press release has like a drawing of them that I've never seen before. They generally appear as humans.
Okay, that was my question because I thought, are they a virtual band or something like that?
That's a very very logical question. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of them until
Sakura, who's the one, I think that's supposed to be her all the way on the left there, is a big gamer. So it ties right in.
That makes sense. My daughter's in Korea right now. We should have timed it better.
I saw she was in a hanbok, which gets you in free at the palace.
Oh my goodness, yeah. They had to. You know how they dress you for that whole thing where you do the dress, the traditional thing. Mm-hmm. It was really hard and weird, she said, because she's not quite as tall as me, but she's pretty tall. She's like
not small.
5.
She's not a small little Joseon era.
No. So they apparently really had to dig to find like stuff long enough for her and all that. So it's pretty funny. But she's having a great time over there. I thought of you, and she went to karaoke last night, lost her voice. I don't think they did any. I don't think they did any K-pop karaoke, as far as I know. But whatever.
But they could have if they wanted to.
I was going to say, kind of hard to avoid. I'm not sure how that's possible.
That's true. So if you end up going, though, somehow it works out. I'm just trying to picture what that's like. It's just one song. It's not like a whole concert. So you just be going
says at the end of community night, they will perform their single Perfect Night. Now, I don't know if that means that's it. They'll get up, perform the song, and have a little chat with folks and say goodbye, or if they'll perform some of their other stuff, which the BlizzCon crowd is going to be like, I don't know any of these songs. Yeah. I'll be curious to see what that involves. But it would be they are performing at the Grammy Museum the night before that. So it would be only their second time in the US. And KT Data wants to know who my bias is. It's Chaewon and my wrecker is Kazuha.
Oh my Lord. This is such a different world, man. I don't know. I admire Tom's fandom of this stuff. I don't know how. I know it kind of started with Eileen and you guys, doing this journey together and everything. But I look at it and go, do I like anything as much as Tom likes this stuff? And I don't know that I do.
Scott.
Do
yes,
I?
I think you do.
Is it Fury Road? Is that it? Is that my?
We've mentioned about 11 times already this episode. And I think you,
Fury Road is my K-pop. That's what you're saying.
I think
all right.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
fair enough. Well, all right. So that's fun. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah. And then I don't know if this is as fun as that, but one thing we'll definitely be talking about on DTNS, because I see Sarah has it in the rundown already. X, aka Twitter.com, has begun testing a $1 per year charge for new users in New Zealand and the Philippines.
Yeah, we heard about this morning, and it's curious because
you mentioned that already. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned it, but we didn't really talk about it. But maybe you can help explain to me the logic here, because it seems like $1 a year is that's not really a firewall against bots and stuff. That feels cheap and easy and not a problem. But maybe I'm not thinking about it through, fully.
It is not foolproof. If you come at it from the aspect of, will this prevent every single bot from ever accessing the platform? No, it won't, because it's only $1, and there are ways.
Right.
But it's a speed bump, because right now automation is pretty easy. If you put a paywall, even a very small paywall, in front of a bot system, it complicates that system. That system now not only has to process a payment, it also has to get approved payments. So depending on how X does this, credit card companies might decline bots for payments, and then they would not be able to get on the platform. So they would have to jump through some more hoops to try to figure out how to get around the credit cards blocking their payments, etc. So yeah, it's not foolproof, but it would reduce it. And a lot of bot systems would just look at it and say, oh, we don't want to pay. Then people can track us, and we have to give more information. So we'll just skip it. So it would be effective in reducing bots. It would not eliminate them.
Yeah, because I have to imagine if you're farming a bunch of bots that are meant to be Twitter bots, and you're just constantly registering new accounts, and let's say, this seems like a small number to me, but let's say you do 1,000 of those a day. A bunch of them get banned, a bunch of them peter out, but some of them stay, and that's the point, is you're just trying to get percentages. Probably nobody wants to spend $1,000 a day and
Right.
have it come from reputable payment processing so that it looks legit across the board.
Exactly. It multiplies it altogether. So yeah, you're right. That's the other one. I should have thought of that too. The bulk bot creators that know a bunch of them are going to get banned, but enough will sneak through that they can just keep spamming. It raises the cost for them, because each one of those bots is $1.
And none of this can be done with just saying, hey, we require two-factor at the get-go, or maybe that's too scary to say, because that actually blocks way more legitimate people, because they don't want to go through the trouble.
I mean, yeah, actually they used to. I take it back. I know.
Yeah.
They, however, that doesn't stop bots. Bots can automate two factors.
Well, I guess that's true.
I mean, it's a speed bump, so it reduces a little bit, but you can just create a two-factor system that's automatic. So.
We're about to enter a phase where CAPTCHA's useless, because AI is smart enough to see all the crosswalks and the stairs and the motorcycles,
the buses and the motorcycles.
Yeah, those common things that we think, oh, the computer doesn't know if I'm human.
Never figured that out.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're useless, but I think their utility is going to be surpassed by other means.
Yeah.
So. In other words, you can tell more now, because you can do machine learning on the other side. You can tell more, like, oh, that is a human based on the movement of the mouse, what IP address it's coming from, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel like the crosswalk identification thing is going out of style on both ends, right? It's not as good, even without AI on the other end, as using AI on the verification end.
Yeah, and the more I talk about it, this is actually good that we talked about it in more detail, because it's easy to just jump anytime X does anything and go, another dumb decision, another brick in the wall. People always do that. But, and I do it to a degree, but the more I think about it, the bot thing is a problem and has always been a problem. And of course you would want to do things to try to get rid of that problem. Like, I don't think this is a Elon Musk is an idiot moment. This is we have a bot problem.
Not as bad as it looks at first blush. because there are enough people who don't have bad feelings that might go like, oh, $1. I used to pay that for WhatsApp, right? I see a lot of people talk about, well, this is a bad idea. Payment charges will eat this up. WhatsApp used to charge you 99 cents a year. Like it's not impossible if you're doing it for this reason, if you're not doing it for revenue generation, to break even on it and get a lot of people to be like, yeah, $1, sure. Yeah, I can do that. But it will reduce new users. And it's smart that they're not charging existing users in this test. We'll see if that changes, but that's a great way to say like, look, existing users, we're not going to make you do this. We're just going to do this to new users to reduce bots. But it will have an effect on new users at a time when users are declining on X. At least it seems that way from some of the independent analysis of it. So not the greatest move for increasing utilization, but maybe they don't care.
Yeah, maybe they don't care at this point. Well, interesting. We'll have to see how this all pans out for him, you know? Always, part of me's always rooting for him to figure this crap out, and another part of me's like, freaking let it die so I can go somewhere else and focus my attention elsewhere, you know? So it's just like,
well, why not both?
Why not both? That's what we have. That's kind of what we have now. I guess I'm taking it for what it is now. Today, of course, Daily Tech News Show at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll be there. It's Wednesday. That'll be exciting. But Tom, you probably got some other cool stuff brewing. Anything you want to mention?
Yeah. Don't pay yet, but Tech Tom is rolling along. I think I'm starting to get a rhythm for my paid tech newsletter. It's techtom.substack.com. The folks who are paying for it right now, I am extremely grateful because I'm getting good feedback from them. I'm testing different ideas. They're amazing. I don't quite feel comfortable saying this is something everyone should pay for yet. But so I'm beta testing with those people right now, and keep an eye on it because if you want to subscribe for free, I will be sending out some tests to the free platform, as well as telling everybody on the free platform when the paid version is good to go. So keep an eye on that. It's techtom.substack.com.
Very nice. Well done on that. Tom Merritt, everybody. Make sure you check out the Daily Tech News Show today. Tom, have a great week and good luck with your K-pop efforts. Dreams.
Thank you.
Bye now.
You, Tom.
All right. That was fun.
Excellent.
Always good
That
to
was fun.
chat with Thomas.
For sure.
That's what his mother calls him. You know what I was thinking? You know what he said is like they're rolling this out, the dollar thing, they're rolling it out in Singapore and New Zealand. Why is it always those two territories that get the rollouts of anything first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
New apps, games, sometimes Canada.
Philippines as well. Yeah.
Yeah, why? What is that about?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Someone would have to tell us. All right, we're going to get chuckleheads in here. Nicole and Randy, that's who's coming in. They're both chuckleheads. They're both on their way. Let me hit this. Okay, there we go. All right, we're bringing them in. We're going to say hi after I play this thing.
Well, what do you recommend?
Well, let's find out what we recommend. Joining us this morning, let's start with Randy today. Hi, Randy. How are you?
Good morning stream. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Good. Are you excited for BlizzCon? You have to work it, I assume. Or
Yeah,
part of
I
it.
have to work it. I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you're stoked. It's a lot of stuff.
Yet another Randy Deluxe spending his entire birthday working in Anaheim rather than.
Yep.
You know,
every time it happened, I always remembered that. It was like,
think of it as the biggest birthday party you can have.
I've done that. I've been able to do that successfully in the past, right? Like when I had a birthday at BlizzCon and they had a whole Muse concert just for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a great concert.
Now you just have a single K-pop band with one song at the end of that whatever night. No, is there a concert plan? They just haven't said anything yet about who?
I don't know. No idea.
All right.
Not. I really don't. I'm just.
Oh, really? You're not just being coy.
I just know I have a job to do, and I'm trying to get it done. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but trying to plan something that's going to happen at a different site before you have access to that site.
Yeah.
You know, we're just going to imagine this. Where's this going to go?
Well,
let's draw on a whiteboard.
I'll look for you on the stream. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Also with us today, Nicole Spag. Hi, Nicole. Welcome back.
It's me.
It's a you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Just fine. Yeah.
Awesome. I got new headphones.
Before we talk about anything else, let's ask how Mateo's doing. Is he doing okay?
Yeah.
Everything?
He's doing okay. Just still in a lot of pain, and it's just a process, right?
Yeah.
So our 2 weeks have started over. He had emergency surgery because he's the lucky 3% that happens when you get your tonsils removed and you get a little additional bleeding. So, yeah, we're better. I got more rest.
Oh, good.
I'm a lot better.
Because that's a lot, man. Going to ERs and staying there while the surgery. I mean, all that stuff could just tear you to pieces. So I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yeah, we're stable.
Give him our best, and lots of ice cream and all that stuff.
He won't eat. He doesn't want to eat any ice cream. He doesn't want to eat anything, and that's been the biggest problem.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, pain has a way of killing your appetite. Has been my experience.
Yes, it does.
But anyway, we'll check in on him and see how he's doing, and I hope he gets better.
Makes me want to send you again the Fat Albert at the hospital song, which was all about how when you get your tonsils out at the hospital, you get ice cream, and it's just the trade-off. But if he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. Maybe Fat Albert can talk him into getting ice cream. Oh, maybe that's a bad idea.
Oh, maybe not today.
All he wants is pizza, and I'm like, dude, that's not the thing to eat.
Yeah, that's what you need. No. You need some acidic tomato sauce, some rough edged crust,
ice cold pizza. Because I'm fine with cold pizza.
I am too, Brian. You and I are on the same page on the cold pizza. I'm fine with it.
I have some leftover Giordano's that I'm going to be enjoying for lunch today.
What if it's a Starbucks pumpkin cream drink, huh?
I hate to say it. I had another one of those yesterday. I'm going to be Fatty McFatty McGee with no teeth by the end of pumpkin spice season.
If they had a non-sugar version of that, I would go get it. I would.
We can figure it out. Let's figure it out.
All right,
Brian and I are going to go to the paper.
Okay.
Put top men on.
Top men. You are top men. Fantastic. Let's move on to recommendals. This is where we recommend stuff we've seen, and we tell you where it was and all that stuff, so you guys can go find it for yourselves. We're going to start with Brian, as is tradition. He's got a clip. Brian, anything you'd like to say about this?
This is something brand spanking new. Just came out, just landed on the streaming services earlier this month, which is perfect, of course, because it's October and it's spooky season. And so it's a horror movie that's got another element to it that I'm usually a big fan of, or I seek out movies with this element. I'll say that.
All right.
Let's get to the clip, which might let people know if they haven't figured out what this is. Might let people know what it is.
Here we go.
Do you want to hear a story? I have to warn you, it's a disturbing one, and it took place right here in this peaceful, idyllic town of Vernon. 35 years ago, 3 girls were found brutally murdered. On October 27th, 1987, Tiffany Clark was found butchered in her family garage, stabbed 16 times on the night of her sweet 16th birthday. At a cabin in the woods, 16-year-old Marissa Song was killed 2 days later, also stabbed 16 times. And 2 days after that, on Halloween night, 16-year-old Heather Hernandez was stabbed 16 times in the parking lot of Billy's Boardwalk. The murderer vanished. According to eyewitnesses, the Sweet 16 killer wore all black and a mask, which has become infamous in Vernon, where every Halloween, people still dress up as the murderer.
Oh, it's weirding me out because you and I were like 17 when these girls were 16.
Yeah. And it's also weirding me out because how did no one name a movie this like 30 years ago?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right, this is as you alluded to, Randy. It is Totally Killer. Just landed on Amazon Prime this month, and it combines totally. So, oh my God, it combines comedy, horror, and time travel all in one, and gets all 3 almost correct.
Oh, let me guess. Time travel didn't go the way you had hoped.
No, but you know what? It's kind of like Back to the Future, where in a situation like this, where it's done for laughs, it's absolutely forgivable. Like, my rule for time travel is that once you change something in the past, the time travel can only travel on that timeline where they created the time machine. They can't go to a time where they didn't create the time machine. So, but that is, it's not as fun as if you can see the changes in the original timeline that you've made. This is Blumhouse, so you're going to get that weird, gory comedy combination. It stars Kiernan Shipka. You know her as Sally Draper, Don Draper's daughter in Mad Men.
She's such a fascinating person to watch. Something about her.
She really is. Yeah. And she was also Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which probably set her up for this stuff pretty well. It's basically she plays the daughter of Julie Bowen from Modern Family. And
okay,
and
tell me. I need you to tell me Julie Bowen is awesome on this. I just need it.
She is awesome in this. She's great.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
But Julie Bowen is the survivor of the murders that took place back in the 80s that you heard in the intro there, and through some very creative methods of time travel. Again, like, oh, really? Okay, this person has a time machine. Okay, that's cool. Through some methods of getting Kiernan Shipka back in time, she tries to prevent the murders that took place in the 80s and prevent things that happen in the future with this whole thing. The time travel is borked, but it's comedy borked, so it's forgivable. The murders or the gore, the horror elements are definitely bloody. You feel like if there's any complaint, I feel like they're trying too hard to create a new Chucky / Mike Myers / Jason Voorhees with this 80s looking mask that I think it reminds me of one of the dudes in Smash TV. No, there was another Double Trouble maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Double Dragon. I can't figure out what this character.
My first thought was like some kind of like Conan O'Brien and that nerd from 30 Rock got together, and now you got this guy.
I love it. Yeah,
I haven't seen the film, but just the picture I saw made me think of Max Headroom for some reason.
A little bit of that too in there. Yeah. But it I don't know, it does a pretty good job with the comedy. Again, you've really got to park your logic at the door. They do some things with Wi-Fi that I won't say, but it almost was enough to distract me out of the movie, but not, it's comedy, so you
some of those look like Beavis.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Beavis.
They're very
Beavis with an earring.
The big guy, the thicker guy, I don't know about him, but the rest of them look like Beavis. It's weird.
Yeah.
So do they sorry, one quick question. So the time travel, we can let stuff go because it's comedy or whatever. Did they get the 80s right, or is it just stereotypes and cheap
it's
jokes?
A lot of they don't lean. They lean a little bit into 80s stuff, but it's more like we forget what a different time it was in the 80s. Like kind of it kind of gets mentioned, although of course you don't see it happening, but talking about how, wait, you can just walk right onto a plane. You don't have to go through security or anything. You can just like go through a metal detector and you're done.
Sure.
It's kind of the equivalent of that kind of stuff with how different the 80s were for security and the police and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, you get so Olivia Holt plays young Julie Bowen. Fantastic casting. She was Tandy Bowen, Dagger in Cloak and Dagger, if you remember that. We get Randall Park, who is awesome in everything he's in.
And seems to work with Nautchka Khan in everything Nautchka Khan does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Nautchka Khan is the showrunner. She also did Don't Trust the Bee. Again, getting a mention in today's show. Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, Fresh Off the Boat, Young Rock. So she's behind this as well. It's on your Amazon Prime, and it's got an 86% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. If you care about such things, it's fun. It's it's a good, like, let's watch it with the older, like the older teenage kids, maybe not the young kids or the squeamish kids, because there is a fair amount of blood and stuff and a bunch of jump scares, as you would expect in something like this. But yeah, I do give it a recommendation. I give it a recommendal.
Oh, not a mechamental, not a no, don't see it. You're saying
not a
see it.
Supplemental, but definitely a recommendal. It's worth seeing. It's definitely fun.
Not a wootamental?
Not a wootamental.
Definitely not a wootamental.
When's the last time you did a wootamental? It's been a bit.
I can't think of when we've done a wootamental. What level is Wootimental your highest recommendation? Is that like
it's what we used to say for the ones that we really, really liked.
Oh, back on your recommendal show. Okay. I don't remember that.
The Movielicious.
Or Movielicious, yeah. So I'm trying to hear Patrick say Wootimental, and it's kind of killing my brain.
I don't know if we ever said Wootimental, but we did do something with Woot.
No, you just based it on how many reallys he put in front of recommend. So it'd be like, I really, 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 really recommend this movie.
That's how you know he really liked it. All right, nicely done.
Totally
It sounds
Killer, again, is the name. Amazon Prime is where you can watch it. And it's a fun watch right now, spooky season. Put it on while you're making Halloween cookies. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds all right. Nicole, let's jump to you. You got something you watched somewhere. Don't remember where. Anyway, you can
on
Peacock. That's right, Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
Explain.
And it is a time travel movie as well.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
And I won't say much more. You got the clip.
It is.
Don't you?
Yeah, I do. I got it. And it is a. It's a movie, not a series, right?
It's a movie. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I'll play a bit of it.
Thirsty?
Turn that up.
No, good. I've got something.
I wasn't talking about the drink.
What? No. What?
You've been staring at the guy like you've been waiting to meet him your whole life. Go say hello. Buy him a drink.
No, not me. No, thank you. Actually, okay. Thirsty? For a drink, not sexually. Gross. I didn't mean it like that. I'm gonna order an alcoholic beverage. Would you like to have one too with me?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Phil?
What can I get you?
Old-fashioned.
How adorable. It's a real cute vibe going on here.
I really like what's her name? Can't think of her name all of a sudden.
Kaylee
Cuoco.
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 Yeah, that's good too.
Let's go with Cuoco. I like Cuoco. And then Pete.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Who's the guy? What's his name?
Pete Davidson.
All right, we're good.
And you also heard Kevin Corrigan.
I was wondering who that was. The bartender is Kevin Corrigan.
That's the bartender, Phil.
Okay.
So this movie is called Meet Cute, and I thought it was the stupidest name because I didn't make any sense. But apparently, because I looked it up, I'm like, what the hell does Meet Cute mean? And it's a trope that the main characters of the movie meet by chance and have a romantic spark. So apparently it's a whole...
All the millennials are using it, Nicole.
I've never... Are they?
Are they?
Yeah,
Is it like bespoke?
Tell me about your meet cute. Oh, well, we were introduced by a friend who...
Oh my God, I've never heard it before.
I hadn't either.
Not heard
no,
this
I've
before?
heard it, but I never knew what it meant. I just sort of blew it off and went,
It's just when you've got a funny story about how the two of you met. And it's like, oh, tell me about your meet cute. Tinder. Doesn't quite work.
But that's not technically meet cute, right? It's supposed to
it's
be,
definitely not. Yeah.
It's supposed to be like
cute story.
A cute kind of... So in this case, these two characters, Sheila and Gary, meet at a bar, and they hit it off.
It's cute that they both have like 80-year-old person names, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
That's a whole dialogue in the movie.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
That's great. That's great. I can do Pete Davidson in small doses. I kind of don't. I can't have too much. How is this for that?
Not many people either like him or you don't like him. I like him.
I like him. I just don't. It's just there's a stay longer than you should kind of vibe sometimes to his stuff.
Have you seen some of his other movies?
Yeah, and that
what
show.
Was the one?
That show he did on Peacock. What's that thing called?
King of Staten Island.
I haven't seen that yet. What's the one that's more of a comedy and it's on Peacock also? It's like its own thing.
Bupkis?
Bupkis. I liked Bupkis a lot. I thought
I haven't seen that.
That was a great time. And technically it's the definition of too much Pete Davidson, but I still enjoyed it. So
too much Pete Davidson.
So I don't know what happened there, but
oh
anyway.
My God. Yeah, he just hosted SNL the other night too, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So anyway, back to the movie. It's a time travel movie. It doesn't seem like it at first, but you quickly learn that Sheila is dealing with depression and just trying to get through the day. And you kind of slowly learn as you find out that she's been using a time machine to recreate this date, this meet cute. And every single time she does it, it ends perfectly. But then about a year into it, I'm not kidding you, a year into it, she starts getting frustrated. And so she starts going further back in time to fix him. And so there's like this, it ended up being, it's so weird. And it's definitely, don't try to understand the time travel part. Kind of like what you're saying, Brian.
Yeah,
Like,
this is a hand wavy, time travel. Move on.
Exactly. Just, but they kind of set up some really funny scenarios when she goes back to fix him. And I won't tell you all of the things because it's actually, I really do recommend the movie. It's a fun, not necessarily, it's lighthearted, but it's dark because she's dealing with suicidal thoughts and like all of that. And he kind of becomes her reason for living. And it's a whole thing. So I really enjoyed the movie. It was unexpected. I learned the definition of meet cute.
So I was sitting here when you first started talking. I was sitting here thinking, I'll bet you that was invented by Nora Ephron to describe, when Harry met Sally.
Yeah.
No, it was like 1938.
Yeah, I looked it up. Ernst Lubitsch.
Ernst Lubitsch.
Meet cute.
Did Ernst Lubitsch ever have a cute moment in his entire existence? Because I don't know if that name works.
Yeah,
wow.
every time he said his name, people would go,
Lubitsch.
Oh.
That's
Man,
amazing.
I can't believe how much older that phrase is than I thought. When Harry Met Sally is the perfect example of it, right? They like meet in the front seat of a car, and it's adorable.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
So the director on this is Alex Leman, and he, among other things like Paddington, or I'm sorry, not Paddington, Paddleton, totally different thing. Yeah, no, that's what I get for glancing down the list. But the thing that I did jump to was a documentary, I believe, called Asperger's Are Us, which I think is a documentary about people on the Asperger's spectrum. And it's a comedy troupe, and I could have sworn somebody on here recommended this because I saw the name and it looked really familiar.
I know Scott recommended a dating show on Netflix where it was on the spectrum. I think it was.
Yeah, it's called Love on the Spectrum. Yeah. I love on the Spectrum is the most wholesome, awesome thing you can ever watch. It's so good.
I just want to point out, Asperger's Are Us has Colin Robinson.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
I always notice.
I have a rule with him. I'll see whatever he's in. I don't even care if it's bad. I'll watch it. I like him so much. Well, this seems like a good pick. I like it. And this is on Peacock. It is called
It's on Peacock.
Meet Cute, spelled M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T. There's no cute meat. All right.
Well, the other thing is,
somebody in danger of typing M-E-A-T cute?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, don't search for it.
This was also an SNL skit. I found out Pete Davidson did an SNL skit called Meet Cute with the Twilight girl.
Kristen
Nielsen Fotherington.
What? No, what?
I can't think of
Stewart?
her name.
Stewart?
Kristen
Is it?
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Stewart, yeah.
So he did a little short with her on SNL that was titled Meet Cute. And I think that's kind of where this idea of the movie kind of came from.
Nothing works better than taking a single skit on SNL and making a whole movie out of it.
Hey, it's been done well, and it's been done not well.
Yeah, sometimes the best ones, like Coneheads, is still, in my opinion, the best one they ever
Blues
did.
Brothers.
Blues Brothers is good.
Office Space.
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
Night at the Roxbury is pretty great.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
It is.
I still haven't seen it. The movie, I mean. Yeah. I've seen the skits. Well, there you go. That's one to check out for sure. Randy, let's fly over to you and hear your clip. What do you got going here? What do you got?
I did this whole monthly bonus episode for Film Sack, and I put a lot of work into it. I watched like 5 movies, or rewatched 5 movies. One of them is this. It stuck out. This movie stuck out for me so much that I wanted to come here and recommend it to you because you can watch it on streaming. So you just play the clip.
All right,
it's
here we
just
go.
a clip.
You ever play the trade game?
No, what is that?
It's a people watching game. My sister and I used to play when we were bored.
You're bored right now?
No, shut up. Let me finish.
Okay, how do you play?
You start by watching the crowd. Casually, scope about the people around you.
Okay.
Now, without telling me, pick a person that you'd want to trade places with. It can be anyone for whatever reason.
Okay, I got it.
Now, I get 2 guesses to figure out who you picked and why you want to trade places with them.
Okay, good luck.
Wow. I want to know the answer. Now I have to watch this movie.
Yeah, this is It Follows. And It Follows is about 9 years old, and it has only grown, in my estimation, as a good film in the horror genre. I'm always confused about the ratings around this movie because if you look across multiple different sites, you'll find that it's 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then over on like Google Movies, it's in the dumpster. And I don't understand all of that, but I'm telling you, this is a really good movie in addition to being a legit scary movie.
Don't they have to have sex with somebody to make it go to them?
That's the story you're told and what sort of is enacted here, but you never really find out. Like, this movie has a lot of story that it leaves open-ended.
Gotcha.
And right up to the end of the movie is awesome because you are kind of left like the end of Inception. You're left to decide for yourself. You know, what's happening to these people as they walk into the sunset. It's a really well crafted horror movie. The actors are all punching above their weight class, and the standout for me is this actor named Olivia Luccardi. She just gets the choice role of being funny, like every time you see her in this thing. And the movie desperately needs levity because it's a horror movie.
Sure.
And it just works. The whole thing works.
Never saw this. Is this? Oh, it's on Netflix. I see. Oh, a few places. Paramount Plus has it. Showtime has it. I guess they're the same now. This is all over the place. I have been meaning. I meant to see this and never did. Sorry.
I had to look back and see if I recommended this because I remember watching it based on a lot of people recommending it to me, and I never recommended it. But
you liked it though.
I really did like it. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
Well, and this is the time of year. This is when you revisit things like this, or Scott, you watch for the first time. You will enjoy it. The actors are great. Every one of them is playing a classic horror movie trope. Only the entire story has some differences from things you've seen before, which is really, really good. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, you will see from the very beginning, oh, this is a movie where the filmmakers are playing with tropes. They're not like trying to, be Alfred Hitchcock.
Right. This director hasn't done too much stuff, but I had seen his other thing. What was that called?
Oh, David Robert Mitchell. So
Under the Silver Lake. That's the one I saw. The 2018. I think he wrote that. I don't know if he directed it. Did he? Oh yeah, he did. He wrote it and directed it, I think. He hasn't done much though. It's like 5 things.
Yeah, It Follows.
All right. I'm in. I'm going to see it. Kim and I were trying to find one that I hadn't seen because she hasn't seen a ton of these horror movies that I keep showing her. And we were trying to find one that we had both not seen. This might be it.
The Rotten Tomatoes score for It Follows is so high that it puts it into like the top 5 horror films of all time. Wow. Which is, I'm not sure I can agree with that personally. Like, it's real good. It's not, I don't know about calling this like you're gonna be mind blown by this. It's just a very competent movie. I love what they do with sound design and what they do with the villain, so to speak, in this movie is kind of a spirit, and it's just really, really well handled from beginning to end.
It's crazy. So JustWatch.com added a new feature where they do daily streaming charts. Like, they can tell how many people are searching for certain things and they list them.
Yeah, it's
and
like it goes to 1,000 or something.
Yeah, it's a ton. This is 74th overall, but look at the company it's in. Addams Family right below it, Hereditary right above it, right above that Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, it's in good company, and that's pretty high considering we're in the thousands here. So it seems like you're not alone. People dig this movie.
I go to that all the time when we're like, you know, we're looking around. Is this streaming for FilmSack? That kind of thing. I go to those rankings because I'm really interested in what other people are watching.
I never noticed until today. Really I got to check those out more. That's cool. Very nice. Check that out on. You saw it on Netflix. It's on a few other services as well.
It follows.
I was also on Netflix. And hey, everybody, how about a depressing documentary? Here we go. Ready? Here's one right here for you.
I will tell you unequivocally, I want to speak for the dead. I want to speak for those kids who did not survive, those kids who were lost to suicide, alcohol, addiction, mutilation, self-mutilation, self-harm. I'm here to speak for my friend Patrick, who I miss to this day.
All right. Obviously, very sad. This is a documentary called Scout's Honor. It is on Netflix, and it is about the all of the horrible sex scandals, abuse scandals that happened in the Boy Scouts of America over time. And it is gnarly. There's some stuff in there that is like, wow, how did that get let go? How did they just brush over that? They have a guy who's an the guy that they had in charge at the Boy Scouts of America, BSM for short. No, that's not right. Boy Scouts
of America. Oh, BSA.
Or BSA, yeah. Why am I saying BSM? Anyway. I'm missing a D in there. We got to put that D back in.
BDSM, so at least there's that.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll get to the bottom of this. Don't worry. Anyway, BSA, they had a guy in there that was supposed to be in charge of this stuff, who was supposed to be the guy that was like, you know, child safety regulations, things within the organization. And then in the documentary, this guy had been there for, I don't know, a couple of decades. He gets busted in some nationwide child porn ring and is immediately retires from that thing and goes straight to prison. And the guy who took his place was legitimately really wanted to do something about this, wanted to take that job seriously, wanted to like figure out ways to make it better, to somehow recover from this last guy who was in there, who technically didn't have anything. None of his stuff had direct relationship with any of the boys, but still, he's a freaking child porn guy. He's like a freaking psycho, right? So this guy comes in to try to do this. He's a huge part of this documentary because he eventually gets pushed out for trying to do good in there. Mm-hmm. And it's not that the organization was like focused on, well, we got to make sure that abuse is still cool and we can have it. It's not like they were abuse minded. It's not that. It's that all of their money comes from religious organizations, and those religious organizations don't want the word out that this stuff is happening under their nose. So things like, specifically in this case, they focus a lot on the two biggest donations or donators to the BSA, which is the Catholic Church and the LDS Church, and others. They mix up some others in there as well, but they are the two big ones.
Used to be the United Way.
Used to be the United Way. A bunch of stuff, and they go way back in history. It started in Europe and came over here and blah blah blah. But there's these specific cases they bring up in this documentary about, you know, kind of turning points for when this stuff started getting worse, or they would say they had these regulations in place, but they weren't actually doing it. Just kind of bad stewardship of a very important responsibility overall, and still putting out the image that, you know, we're here for the growth and strength of the young men, and what a distraction it was to have the whole, well, we're not going to allow, you know, we're not going to allow gay men to be leaders, because they were trying to feed this idea that, well, gay means pedophile,
grooming,
and it doesn't. But that's kind of where their heads were at. So anyway, you get into all that stuff, and it's just really, it's a really good look at that organization in a way that I haven't seen anybody do yet. And I'm not here to tell you that I was in the Boy Scouts. Randy, you're an Eagle, right? I think.
Yes.
I almost got Eagle.
I will not be watching this movie.
Yeah, you may not want to see it. It is, it is, if you had a good experience in the Scouts, like I did, like I think Randy did.
Who did not?
No, did not. Okay, I didn't know that. For those who had a fine experience and never ran into any issues, you might have it in your head, well, wait, hey, well, they're going, this isn't fair. I had a great time. I understand that, all right? I know there's always people who missed victimization in things, right? I'm not telling you that you should have been victimized, nor am I saying that your experience was invalid. Like, the concepts and the ideas and the stuff, they're cool. It's just that the organization didn't do everything it needed to do to protect children. That's as simple as that. And most of the time they did it for political reasons, and most of the time they turned the other way because of where their money was coming from. And this thing just sort of digs deep into that and exposes all of that and talks about it in a really what's that word that you don't a non-sensational way.
Okay.
So I think it's a good documentary in that regard, which is kind of my rule for documentaries. The minute they start using dramatic music and quick cuts and stuff, I'm like, okay, get me out of here. I like it when they just tell me what's going on, show me your research, your evidence, your journalism, and then let me suss it out of my head. And that's what this does. So I think it's pretty good in that regard. But I would trigger warn people if they had one of these experiences growing up in Scouts or something, maybe avoid it, because they talk about all of it and some
When
of these
did it come
people's
out?
stories.
Did they just release it?
Yeah, it's fairly new. I want to say in the last month, something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, that is Scouts Honor. Oh, it's actually Scouts Honor : something. Hold on.
Oh, really?
The Secret Files of the Boy Scouts of America.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
It might be.
And that is a big part of what they do. They pull out a bunch of stuff. They used to call them the perversion files, and it's this top secret bunch of documents they used to keep about who was abusing and who, where did it happen, and how do we not let this come out and screw up the organization. It's not like they were. This is another example of just like a big organization that doesn't realize what's happening under their nose, and then when they do, their natural inclination is to try to cover it up. That's really what the doc is about.
I've personally seen files. Like, I've personally seen where an adult leader had a file at a Boy Scouts office, and if you looked at the file, someone had written "do not hire" on the file instead of "call the police, sue this person in court, like make a public case of it." They were trying to cover up what this person had done.
That's exactly it. Yep, that's exactly what this talks about. In fact, you nailed it. And they do exist, and it's crazy, some of the stuff. And some of these guys, like some of these cases, were just like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? You didn't say anything about this heinous dude that abused like 50 boys.
Wow.
Over 5 years or whatever, and the only reason he never got outed until some other public thing happened outside of the Scouts. And you guys knew about it. Some of you knew about it, even though you got rid of him. You cut him from the program when you found out, but that was it. Like, it was weird, really, really weird. So anyway, if you want to be depressed and learn about terrible things, although the people in it are all, like a lot of the people, the subjects in this thing are all really good people trying to like clear the air on this thing to make real change. This one dude's dedicated his life to try to fix this, and not fix the Scouts, but fix the victims. He wants to help them, and it's very apparent, and in that way, it's enlightening and uplifting. But there's some dark shiz in there. All right,
it's Netflix.
Netflix is where I saw it.
Now you got me wondering if I need to take a look at it, see if there's anybody in there that I know.
You might want to check it. There's a lot of Oregon. There's a lot of Utah. There's a lot of back east, like a lot of Catholic heavy towns and stuff. They focus.
I was dragged into a lot of things back in 1993 or something, but 94.
Yeah, worst thing that ever happened to me in Scouts is that one. I've told it on the show, where that one kid mooned another kid while he was sleeping, and then laughed so hard he dropped a little poop on the kid's face. That's the worst. That was the worst thing.
I didn't hear that one.
It's a horrible thing.
Oh, that's awful.
It was awful. I mean, boys are gross, but
oh my god, boys are gross.
Boys are so gross. But anyway, there you go. That is on Netflix and available if you are interested in that at all.
Hey, I got someone in the chat room was asking about a good scary movie. And I just wanted to reiterate a Ibit recommental from years ago that I finally watched. It's the first scary movie I've been able to watch since I've gotten sick. And it was so good. Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep.
Oh, yeah. Kim and I just watched that the other night.
Oh my God. I was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
How good
it was
is
a continuation of The Shining. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, they somehow, I think as TV's Travis said this better than I did, but it somehow successfully makes a sequel to the book, The Shining, which is a sequel book, Dr. Sleep is, but they somehow do justice to the book sequel and the film sequel at once.
Yeah.
And that's crazy how
That's
well
a really
it comes
good
out.
point. Yeah.
I don't think it got, I don't know, maybe because it was called Dr. Sleep and not The Shining 2. I don't know. It really didn't, I feel, got the attention it really should have gotten.
Well, and it's Matt Flanagan again, who's, just does nothing but rad shit. He directed it and did the screenplay. I mean, it's funny because Kim and I watched it. She really liked it. She's never seen The Shining. I kind of was like, well, should I show her The Shining first? She's like, well, let's just see this and whatever. Now she wants to go back and see The Shining, which I don't want to do because The Shining scared me as a kid so bad.
Scary. It's such a scary movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Shining's still under my skin from when I was like 5 or whatever. So anyway, no, that's a good recommendation. Kim and I did the same thing. We're trying to watch all these like horror movies that she would like, and she really liked it. She was so pissed though.
I'm finding that I'm enjoying reading the books after I watch the movie. I'm the type of person where I don't mind spoilers. Like, spoilers to me help me visualize the book more, and it kind of fills in the gaps of things that I struggle with as I'm reading it.
And spoilers can prepare you for what would otherwise be a bad time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I actually, like, for instance, we watched Ready Player One, the movie, and then Mateo and I read the audiobooks together, Ready Player 1 and 2, and I enjoyed it like way more. Even though they were totally different, it was actually a lot of fun to do it that way.
I do the same thing. I think most people don't mind spoilers. They just think they do. Most people abhor them because they think they're going to miss out on something. But for the most part, if you control it anyway, because you're really just spoiling yourself, right? That's fine.
I've never really thought of it as spoiler though. I mean, I guess with like Sixth Sense, the ending of that would have been a spoiler.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain little things that you go, what?
Yeah,
there's minor spoilers and then there's major spoilers.
Major spoilers. Someone call Steven. Let's get him in here. Well, it's a great list. It's all up on quicksack.li. Brian has already put it up there. So if you go visit that site, you'll find these recommendations and everything we've done in the past. So please go do that. Thank you both for hanging with us today.
Yay.
Yeah. You got anything to promote? Either of you? Anything you want to mention there, Nicole? You know what? Talk about wood. Is there a wood thing we should watch for?
Let's talk about wood.
Mark just released he did a 2-part series of building me a new master closet.
Nice.
So he does a funny impression of me at the beginning of the latest video because I couldn't do it and he got frustrated with me, and so he did it himself.
Oh, hilarious.
Wait, you couldn't do an impression of you, or you just couldn't do...
Because I was busy with...
recreate the reaction you had?
I was busy with Mateo, taking care of Mateo, and he wanted to film this intro scene with me holding my clothes, and I never got around to it, so he just got a blonde wig and did it.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
Wow.
We got Mark and drag. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
There you go.
Randy, we're film sacking this weekend. We got a little Chucky on the mind. What are we doing there?
Yeah, the first Child's Play movie that we have not sacked yet, I promise.
We did the second one, I think, right?
We did the second one, yeah.
Yep. So this week, Child's Play available where? HBO?
HBO Max. We're on Max every week for a while.
Yeah. Maximum Max,
Good. I'm
everybody.
going to cancel all my other streaming services.
Yeah, it feels like we should at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just started and stopped AMC in the space of like 5 days.
Oh my gosh. You watched
really?
what
Just
you wanted?
So you could get that month and then...
and get out.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
I do that too. I canceled Paramount just to find out that it got rolled into Showtime, and now I have Paramount again. Because they got rolled together, so I don't know what's going on in the world. Anyway, have a fantastic week, both of you, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Okie dokes.
Real quick here, I got us a thing here. This is a text from Kai Yale. How would you say that name?
Kyalai.
Kyalai?
Kyalai.
Sounds like
a
a Pacific Islander style name. I like it.
Maybe, yeah.
As my bio parents, this is about regarding step family and what you call them and
Yep.
stuff, like John and my mom and all that.
Yep.
As my bio parents are the ones I was raised and influenced by, both have married other partners since divorcing. I refer to those partners as, quote, my mother's husband and, quote, my father's wife. Love the show. So, yeah, I could just say my mom's husband, John.
You can. Oh, nobody's saying that you can. I mean, legally, he is your stepdad, but what you call him is completely up to you and how you. And I think the younger you are when your parents remarry, the more likely it is that you're going to refer to them as stepdad, as opposed to, this is the guy that my mom married.
Right. But even in legal terms, what is the legality of it? He doesn't have any rights? I don't have any rights against him,
No,
right?
I don't think so. No.
It's just like a standard relationship tag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say that.
Yep. A standard relationship tag.
I don't think that's right, but I'll say it anyway.
An SRT. Yeah. It's
Sure,
just
an
your
SRT.
standard
I got those
It's
forms
just the
right here.
basic SRT right there.
Yeah, just fill it out and submit it, and you're good to go. All right, that's it. Send us your texts and your thoughts and your voicemails as well. 801-471-0462 is that number. You can also email us at themorningstream@gmail.com. And better yet, you can even join us over at patreon.com/TMS. All of the benefits are listed there. It's a simple thing. Just go there, patreon.com/TMS, and support us today. That'll do it for today. Brian, anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, I know, because right now Tina just heard you talking about that and is yelling at TMS right now as she listens to it several days later. Don't worry, Tina. I'm going to tell the story tomorrow that is kind of a little bit directly related to the email from Kyalai that Scott just read.
Oh, about the relationship name
Yes,
thing.
about parents and new relationships and what that all means.
All right. Tomorrow was the big day.
Yep.
Don't skip out on Thursday, you guys.
Yep.
I like
Remind me to
leaving-
tell the story.
Teasers are fun. I like it. All right. Let's get out of here with some music. Did you bring any?
I did, and this one's a little bit of a sad tribute, but an important tribute nonetheless. We missed this one. I missed this one back in August or September when he initially emailed me about it. But Tom Robinson wrote in, said, "Hello, Brian and Mr. Johnson. Wait, how come he
what's that
says my
about?
first name and you're like the formal Mr. Johnson?"
Yeah, what's
I
that
don't
about?
know.
That's very weird. I'll take it,
I
though.
don't know.
It's fine.
He says, "It's been a rough couple months. Back in August, my mom passed away after surgery for diverticulitis. The following week, I was at my childhood home to clean out my mom's house, and while closing the garage door, I got both middle fingers stuck in the door. Turns out I broke them both. Yesterday, October 17th, would have been her birthday. We would have played this request yesterday if we had the show.
Yeah.
For Brian, what is your favorite story about a cover song? For Scott, it's time to play a random film sack clip and guess the movie."
Oh my gosh.
My favorite story behind a cover song? It's almost everything that Kevin Rowland, lead singer for Dexy's Midnight Runners, did for his album My Beauty, or My Useless Beauty. I can't remember the name of the album. But anyway, he was in rehab, fell hard. Kevin Rowland fell hard after Dexy's Midnight Runners. And it was music that got him through his time in rehab. But he couldn't really remember songs as well as he would have liked, song lyrics. And so he found himself singing a lot of these songs and getting the lyrics wrong, most notably Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen. And so he wanted to release this cover album called My Useless Beauty after he got out, featuring his versions of all these cover songs. And so he wrote to all these performers and said, "Hey, I'd like to include your cover, or I'm sorry, my cover of your song on my album, and it's got a few lyrics changed." And everybody replied back with, "Yes, that's totally fine. We see how much it means to you. Go ahead and cover our song on your album." Except for Bruce Springsteen, or Bruce Springsteen's people, who replied back with a simple no.
Oh, man.
So
harsh.
He still released a cover of it. It's not officially on the album. I think he put it on his website, and he doesn't change. He goes back to the actual lyrics of the song instead of changing them. But
wow. That's a good
That's
one.
my favorite story about cover songs.
That's
Scott,
pretty good.
play a random film sack clip.
All right, Brian, we're going to both try to get this. This is from 2014, so it gives us a range. April 20th, so 420. Blaze up, everybody.
Ooh.
So here goes. Let's see.
Hey, ho, ha, ho!
Ooh, that's Dan Aykroyd in Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, Nothing But Trouble with the nose penis and all that.
Yes.
That's it.
That's...
We nailed it. Here's another one from that day.
Pick up that flag, young man.
All right, here's one more from that day. Yep, there was a fart.
I bet Squirini is somewhere in that.
It's probably in that
list.
range, right? I would think so.
Yeah.
What's this one?
What's the matter, you chicken dick?
No, it's a different one. Oh, maybe that's not it. I can't find it anymore. Well, anyway, we did it. We nailed it. We got our win.
Cool.
We won. Congratulations. All right. Anyway.
All right. So,
yeah.
Oh my God, it's already 11:15. My gosh. All right. So this one's going out to Tom Robinson, memory of his mother. Great cover that Franz Ferdinand did and included on the War Child Presents Heroes tribute in 2009. Here is their cover of Blondie's "Call Me."
Get more at frogpants.com.
I'll do some toot.
Yeah, he'll do some toot.
Yeah.
If you'll ask
By the way,
him, he'll